Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, where I share with you my simple and humble reflections on the daily mass readings with the hope that this will help you and me to go deeper into our spiritual life and also feel the need of us uh, going further in making relationship with the Lord and even friendship with the Lord. And I hope you are sharing these videos with others as well as asking them to subscribe for the channel. Thank you. Today, as you see, I have come here, which looks like a jungle. Why? Because you see, it's a wonderful area. Why? Because today the gospel says that Jesus went to a lonely place to pray. So I'm hoping that these videos are not just making you reflect, but you are also finding time to pray, because one finds in the gospel often that Jesus, after a whole day's work, went into a lonely place to pray, and sometimes he prayed the whole night. But today it is a special context, at least as the gospel tells us today. He prayed, and then he had an important decision or an important task at hand, and that was to choose the 12 apostles out of the many disciples that he had. So before I go further into the disciples, etc., you see, this is something that I often find useful and have been advising people. Of course, I came to learn this advice also rather late, that Jesus, before taking this important decision, himself needed to pray. Himself needed to pray. Yes, I want to insist that that's why I repeated it twice, that he felt the need to pray before taking an important decision where he required discernment. I am not sure if even before he went to pray, had he already decided about who he wanted these 12 apostles to be, or whether he decided who these 12 apostles would be only after his prayer. I am inclined to believe that he spent a lot of time in prayer before deciding who these 12 apostles would be. I think this is a very important lesson for us for our life. How much time do we spend in praying before we take any decision? I remember some days ago somebody was phoning me, and she was in some kind of difficulty, and she said, "But Father, I have kept these things in prayer, and I have been fasting and praying before I came to this decision." I know that there are a lot of people who do take time to pray and bring it before God, take time to discern, which the famous Saint Ignatius of Loyola taught his followers, to take time to pray before discernment. Therefore, for them, discernment is a very important process before you reach a decision. And I think for all of us, it is quite important, particularly if we are taking decisions for life and some very crucial things in our life. I'm not talking about going for holidays or yes, maybe that also requires a decision and requires also to take in prayer. Of course, some people think that for everything they can take their request in prayer to decide, and I think that's a wonderful thing. The second thing that I want to say about is from the first reading. You see, St. Paul is talking about, he's actually scolding those Corinthians because they have gone to court, to civil court, because of the fight or disagreement among themselves. And he's scolding them. He says, why on earth do you need to go to civil court or to these judges who are anyway not following God and who are not yet in Christ? Why could you not settle these things among yourselves? I think that's an important point. Many of us do not take these things seriously because we, I think, do not spend enough time in prayer, and that's why with little conflicts, or maybe conflicts are not that little, but we run to the court, or we spend a lot of money trying to fix the problem by bribing, by hiring people, all kinds of ways we do that. And I think it is important, as Jesus is teaching us today through this reading, that before you enter into any decision, we should take time to pray. And I would like to request all of us to take more and more time to pray. And prayer is the time when we can also go deeper into our own selves, even if we are not taking many major decisions or any major decision. But to look at our own selves, we require time to pray. I wanted to say some more things about the 12 apostles and who the apostles are, and what is the role of the apostles and how we too could be apostles, but I will do that at some other occasion. I wish you all the very best, and if you would like, you may please subscribe to this channel now. Thank you.